9/1/2015. Was my 5th month at an extended stay hotel. And I went ahead after work. I stopped by Wells Fargo, a branch, and I had spoke with a personal banker there who knew me. And she said, why don't I go ahead and apply for the secured card? So I went ahead, and she went ahead and put all the information in, and I was approved, and I gave my deposit. So after I left there, I went back to the extended stay hotel. And while I was in the room, I sat at the table. I had my notepad out and everything. And I started listening to YouTube a lot at that time. And was watching a lot of financial videos like Warren Buffett. And I seen an advertisement for a U.S. bank, so I went ahead and contacted U.S. Bank. I opened up a checking and a savings account with them. And the person that I was speaking to, the personal banker as well for U.S. Bank, said, Mr. Anderson, why don't you go ahead and accept the offer we have for you for a secured visa with them as well. And they said by having a credit card with them as well, they'll give me a free checking and a free savings account. They upgraded it to a gold package. For me, 9/1/15 was like a big turning point. It was another bell curve in my life. And fast forward a few months later, early December, while I was still working at a different company at the time that I was working for nearly 3 years, I turned in my resignation. I didn't have any plan. I was just taking a leap of faith. And it was so ironic that my last week, I didn't even stay 2 weeks. I got to stay 3 weeks with the company. I told them that I'm going to finish off my previous accounts and train anybody that they hire. My last week there, I got 3 phone calls. And that same last week, those 3 phone calls became 3 offers. And I went ahead and I was going to leave the current place I was in, state-wise, and I decided to accept the position for the current company that I'm working with. And when I accepted the position, the next day I applied for an apartment complex for an apartment that they had, and I was approved. And the whole time that I was out to myself, I never shedded one tear. The only time that I ever shedded a tear is when I actually got the keys to my own place in my hand. And I walked in here. I didn't care that I didn't have any furniture. I had a bed and I had a dresser. I laid on the floor and I let my tears loose because I was ecstatic from knowing where I've been and knowing that hard work is starting to pay off. I used to come in my living room and I didn't have any furniture for a little bit. But I was so happy to even come home and sit down on my floor because I knew peace of mind was priceless. I was able to walk into a furniture store and was approved for the furniture that I wanted. I don't take anything for granted in life. Sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith. And yes, even if it's unpopular or popular, you just have to live and live for the moment because you only get one life to live. You'll make good decisions. You'll make errors, but you learn from it. And when you learn from it, you grow. Redesign, rebuild, reclaim. Thank you.